Imagine you're walking down a busy street. You suddenly collapse. Your heart is pounding, you can barely breathe, and you need help, right now. There are dozens of people around you. Strangers. All of them can see you. And almost none of them stop. This isn't a nightmare. This isn't fiction. This has happened. Over and over again. And the terrifying part? It's not because people are evil. It's not because they don't care. There's actually a very specific psychological reason why the more people who witness an emergency, the less likely anyone is to help. And once you understand it, you'll never look at a crowd the same way again. This is the bystander effect. Let's go back to 1964. New York City. A young woman named Kitty Genovese was walking home from work late at night when she was attacked outside her apartment building. The assault lasted over half an hour. And according to early reports, 38 neighbors heard or witnessed what was happening. 38 people. And almost no one called the police in time to save her. The story shocked the entire country. How could so many people do nothing? Were New Yorkers really that cold? That indifferent? Two psychologists, John Darley and Bib Latane, didn't think it was about coldness at all. They thought something else was going on. Something deeper. Something built into the way our minds work in groups. So they ran an experiment. They gathered college students, one at a time, and told each student they'd be having a conversation with other participants over an intercom. What the student didn't know? Those other participants were just recordings. Actors. And at some point during the conversation, one of those voices would start to sound like they were having a seizure. Struggling. Gasping. Asking for help. The question was simple. Would the student get up and do something? When the student believed they were alone, that they were the only one who could hear what was happening, 85% of them left the room to get help. Almost everyone. But when the student believed there were other people also listening, that number dropped dramatically. The more people they thought were there, the less likely anyone was to act. Same emergency. Different crowd size. Completely different response. So why does this happen? Why does adding more people to a situation actually make things worse? It comes down to two things. The first is something called diffusion of responsibility. When you're alone and something goes wrong, the weight of that situation falls entirely on you. You have to act. There's no one else. But the moment other people are present, that weight gets split, divided, shared, even if no one agreed to share it. You assume someone else will handle it. And so does everyone else. And so nobody does. The second thing is pluralistic ignorance. When an emergency happens in public, people don't always know how to react. So they look around. They watch other people's faces for clues. And here's the trap. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. Everyone is watching everyone else stay calm. So everyone assumes it must not be that serious. A crowd of people, all quietly convincing each other that everything is fine, when nothing is fine at all. Here's what makes this even more unsettling. It doesn't just happen with strangers on the street. It happens in workplaces, in schools, online. Every time something wrong is happening in front of a group, and everyone waits for someone else to be the first one to speak up, that's the bystander effect, playing out in slow motion. And the worst part? Knowing about it doesn't automatically make you immune. Studies show that even people who understand this phenomenon can still fall into the same trap when the moment actually comes. Because your brain doesn't stop to run a psychology lecture when someone needs help right now. But there is one thing that actually works. One simple trick that breaks the spell entirely. Specificity. If you ever find yourself in trouble in a public place, don't just scream for help. Point at someone. Make eye contact. Say you, the person in the red jacket. Call 911. The moment you assign responsibility to one specific individual, the diffusion disappears. They can no longer assume someone else will handle it. Because now, they are the someone else. And suddenly, people act. The bystander effect isn't proof that humans are selfish. It's proof that our behavior is far more shaped by the people around us than we ever want to admit. We are wired to look to the group, to follow the crowd, even when the crowd isn't moving at all. So next time you're in a situation where something feels wrong, and everyone around you seems unbothered, ask yourself, are they actually unbothered? Or are they just waiting for someone else to go first? Maybe that someone is you.